Hi there. My name is Ash Shukla, and I'd like to say namaste and welcome this morning, my friends. As you are, coming here, I want to let you know to go here at the bottom. Make sure you like, comment, and share and subscribe. To my channel. I really appreciate that, my friends. Today I'm going to be talking to you about, how does chakras relate with business because many of us we wonder, like when people talk about when I'm talking about financial chakras, right? So my topics are very unique, and as I'm talking to you about chakras, and many of you don't even know what chakras are. And chakras are these seven main energetic centers in your body, and then the question is, how do they relate? How could you use it? So maybe you're a coach or a consultant who is looking to grow their business, right? If you're a coach or a consultant who is looking to grow your business and looking to enhance your practice, the question is, how do you do that, right? So that's what I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about today, because I think it's, as a consultant, as a coach, as a provider who is somebody who is really making a difference in other people's lives, it's important to take a pause and understand what other ways you could help your clients. So imagine, now I know that many of you are doing, I know quite a few people who are doing in coaching and who are in life coaching business or other types of coaching. Okay. And as you are in this, in these industries, whether you're coaching or consulting industry, the question is, how does chakra apply into your life, and how can it benefit you? So, number one benefit for of chakras, okay. First of all, it's a scientific rule. It was written up in 2000 BC, and this particular rule, as then eventually adopted into yoga, meditation. These principles were adopted into yoga and meditation. Now, after yoga and meditation, so that's why you see many people talk about, breathing exercises, right, to align, internal bodies and things like that. So when you talk about, breathing, why is breathing so important? So breathing is known as a kundalini, and this particular is one of the energy centers, right? So one of the energies. So with Kundalini, the breath, the prana means breath. Now, your breath, is so powerful, it can heal you in many ways. Like I was having a seminar the other day, and in my seminars, I talk about this, quite a bit. And one of the exercises we did was we sat up straight like this, and we talked about breath, right? So if you talk about, like, if you just stop yourself, if you're watching me right now, you could do this with me, and just, just take a moment and listen to your breath, right? If you just stop and think about, where the breath is flowing, where is it going, that kind of thing. So if you notice, like, you will see the breath, going all the way, you'll feel the breath all the way going down and coming back up. So that is these are called, inside of this, these are called, there are three different channels inside of your body, right? And these channels, bring and make the chakras go round, round, right? So as the chakras are moving, the channels are flowing the energy inside of you. Now the question becomes as to, what does that have to do with coaching, right? That's what the question I get asked, at times. And so when we the exercise that I did in my, in the seminar that I did, we first took a breath in and we held it in our chest, right? Then we let it out, and then we did the same thing. We took a breath in, we took it all the way down to the belly button, and we took it out. And when you do this, you feel the energy. Now that is the energy piece, right? Now the question becomes as to, how is this important? How is this important? Because many yoga teachers, many chakra, specialists, right? Reiki healers. When you go to Reiki masters, okay, when you go to, other individuals, they have talked about this, energies. And the problem has been that most people cannot put two and two together. That is the issue. So how do you put the two and two together is the question. And to put the two and two together, one of the things you have to understand is how these function. So what I would encourage you to do is go back and watch my video that I did on seven chakras. I would encourage you to go back and watch that video because that will give you clarity around chakras. Okay. Now there are seven of the seven main ones that I've talked about. So this so that it will make sense to you. It just makes I made it really really simple and effective for you. Now chakras are like these energetic centers, right? Did you know it's like this? Did you know? So let's say you bought a car, right? Now if I was to show you that you bought this car, and when you bought this car, you bought it based on your chakra. Your profession that you're doing, whatever profession you are in, you're doing it based on your primary chakra or combination of chakras. Primary, like a maybe incremental, right? They go from 1 through 7, so you might have the top two or three. Your success, that you are having, or the failure that you're having, is based on this energetic flows inside of your body. So now let's say that you as a coach or consultant, you're looking to grow your practice, right? You're looking to appeal to people in a different way. So when you go for coaching to corporate world, and if you're watching this as a CEO, let's say that you're having conflict internally with your people and you're trying to solve the conflict, right? The question is, how can you solve the conflict easily, and how can you understand as easy as 1 2 3 how quickly you can, what steps you need to take to solve the conflict. Because the faster you solve the conflict, the faster your company moves forward. The faster you as a coach help your clients solve the conflict, the faster the client moves, right? So when it comes to chakras, the number one benefit is it will help you relate with people in levels that you probably haven't even thought about possible, right? So imagine you're communicating at this level right now, right? Your effectiveness is here. See, everything in the world, they say time is money. Okay. So why is time is money is the question. Time is money because the human emotions, either you're investing into it or it's costing you and you're going backwards. Okay. So the reason time is money is if you are here and your effectiveness is here. Now imagine you learning a system by which you can actually increase your effectiveness, like drastically, as fast as a as easy as 1 2 3, but you can solve the issues that the corporations or people that may be facing. So what I would like you to do, if you're watching this broadcast, go here at the bottom, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Okay, I would really really appreciate that. So now, as I'm talking to you about chakras, right? Chakras, and people go, what in the world is chakras? So chakra is individual chakra, and chakras are multiple of them. So there are it's basically plural and singular, okay, between the two. Now that being said, that as I'm talking to you and having this conversation about this particular subject matter, the number one benefit that you're going to find as a practitioner who helps other people raise their vibrations. See, one of the things is that one of the most important things is it will help you communicate better with the people that you're trying to talk to. First, it will help you understand other people. The second benefit of understanding chakras and how they work and how they, you'll be able to relate with other people in ways that you haven't thought about possible. Then other thing it will help you do is it will help you solve organizational issues. So you might be having an issue with something, whatever that may be. Let's say that you're having a challenge in your department, right? And wherever that is, or your client is having a challenge with some of that, and it will help you solve that issue. Other thing that it can help you with is it can help with by understanding these systems. It can help you hire people in the right way, meaning making sure that the right type of person is put in the position that is meant to serve. Okay, so these are some of the benefits of chakras. Now I know that there has been a whole thing about chakras. Oh my God, like it's the it's the reason people do that is like bullies, right? Think of bully. A bully. I'm sure you've faced a bully in the past, and a bully is a person who is insecure themselves internally, right? I have when I go live, people tell me, oh my God, Ash, you're going live every day. Oh my God, it's the end of the world, right? Why are you going live every day? Now, the part of the reasoning is because they want to empower, depower me, not empower me, because they want to almost get into the bully situation. And as you know, that bullies are nothing but cowards internally. They are complete cowards. So what happens is, because they are cowards internally, they want to bully you and to give you this whole grief on your subject matter. But um, you know can you please share your view on my? Okay, so needless to say, when you are um, when you take a look at this system that I'm talking about, okay, is that when you're looking at as something as a system, and somebody bullies you on it and you are following in your belief, many times people get into our lives and they bully you. And what people have said until now is chakras. Oh my God, energy. Wow. Like, how does that help you, right? And one of the things that with financial chakras, one of the things I'm committed to do is to help you, create a movement between the holistic and the wellness and the practical world, and help you both understand each other. Because until now, chakras have been talked about as the principles of the body. And what I'm here to tell you, there is actually a rule that governs the universe if you put it in specific order. So when you are if you're a business coach and you don't know about chakras, look, I don't want you to get intimidated. I want you to know it's okay. It's okay that you don't know, right? If you are in the healing world, or the holistic world, or in the chakra, any kind of wellness world that believes in energies, and somebody is really making fun on you, and they're telling you that you are talking about woo woo. Let me tell you something. They are woo woo because they have no idea what they're talking about. Okay, but because when you put chakras in specific order, and only in the orders that I have created within financial chakras, they actually become the rule. I can concretely tell you that why something is moving forward or something is not by looking at chakras, and go as easy as 1 2 3, like you will be able to make a decision. So imagine you're talking to a client, right? You're talking to your client, you're having some conversation, and now you want to move the ball forward, and somehow the client is stuck. You're a coach, right? Or you're a CEO, your team is stuck. And as that's happening, your team is stuck or your client is stuck. Okay. You want to move them forward, but you have no way of understanding because you don't know where they come from. See, when the person says something or does something, when you say something to them or you don't, right? It affects these energetic centers in your body. These energetic centers are actually a home for your emotions. So, and it's also home for their emotions. Just like you have a home for your emotions, they have a home for their emotions. Just like you go to house, you wake up every day, you go to work, right? And then when you go back home, you go back to your home, basically. And just like that, they also go to their home, right? Just in that sense, your employees, your clients, also are going home. So just like that, your chakras, your energies have a home. Your emotions have a home. And this home, what happens is when they're expressing something, is either you build on that home or you destroy that home. So energetically, if you look at like around you, there is this energy fields, okay? And we'll go into details of this as we move along. But right now, I just want you to know there is energy fields around you, and internally, these energy fields they really affect you internally as well. Now, what happens is that these energy fields, as they're affecting you, you are, as a human being, right? You are affecting them. You are letting other people affect you internally, or you are letting other people empower you internally. And you're doing the same thing on the other side. Like, there has been a myth about look at everything as glass half full. But if you're a coach, consultant, or CEO, you cannot have a glass half full, honestly. You actually need to have a glass that's overflowing in reality. Because if your glass is not overflowing, how are you going to help somebody else? So in many ways, when you take a look at the system of chakras, right? Like, if you don't know about chakras or meditation, or you have not been exposed to that world, or if you have been exposed to it but you don't quite understand it, by coming to financial chakras, by coming to listening to some of the things that I'm doing here, I invite you, because it is an open-ended invitation. There is no gotchas or gimmicks on my side, right? And the reason I'm inviting you is because when you come in, and when you finally begin to understand, and I'll help you understand how it relates with your business, how it relates with your clients and their businesses as well, right? So that being said, like, this is an open-ended invitation from my side to help you understand how chakras effectively work. So what I would like you to do is go ahead, go here at the bottom, just like, you look so far. If you like it, okay, go ahead and feel free to make a comment. Feel free to leave me a hint about what type of topics you want to listen to, what type of things that you want me to discuss. I come live every day because I would really want to serve you, right? Regardless of what your thought process is, where, no matter where you are. Hi Sheikh, how are you? Good morning. Okay. um uh Thank you so much, so much. Sheikh, I really appreciate that, for a comment about it is a good topic for discussion. So as I'm talking to you and having a discussion with you, by the way, Sheikh, Sheikh is a fantastic business coach. You should definitely talk to him. He's amazing. Okay. So that being said, when we are looking at a subject matter, right? When we take a look at something, I think that initially, sometimes if you don't know something, we take a look at it with closed mind, right? And I encourage you to keep an open mind. Keep an open mind, because you don't know, right? What you don't know, like everything you want or you have thought about in the world, it's already there. You just haven't discovered it. And that's what I would have to say about that, right? Because I don't know so many things. I'm learning. I'm constantly learning. When I meet friends like Sake, or I'm meeting other friends, I'm learning all the time, right? And what happens is that, my friends, is that when you are looking at this kind of situations, and when you are looking to grow your business in the right way, okay, you have to take steps in a different way, because the world is changing. We are a global economy. It's no longer, this being everything being virtual nowadays. We are no longer dormant to one country or one place where we belong. We are officially international markets, where we can travel from here to India in an instant by turning on the camera. And if that is the case, you might be talking to somebody who is extremely knowledgeable in that world. And so, like, as a business coach, so you want to think about this, right? So think about it this for until now. Like, I tell this to financial advisors all the time. So I founded Financial Chakras, I would say, about 2008. Now, initially it was a conceptual thing, and I really was looking to grow my financial practice, and that's where I was going. Now I no longer own the practice. I basically surrendered everything that I had, all my licenses, including investment licenses, life licenses, all that, property casualty, all of that stuff. Okay. So what happened was, as I was, going in my journey, I had discovered that I was open minded, because, in many ways, because I had to be, right? Because I came from India in '89 with 20 bucks to know English. I grew up here in Maryland. That there is no choice, right? And there's no choice but to learn a new language, new culture, new way of thinking. My question to you is, when was the last time you got pushed in a different direction? Because if you haven't been pushed, or if you haven't thought about it, right, you know like, not everything that we believe, we know, because sometimes we know some things are factual, and sometimes some things we know that are more of a concepts. The question is, how do we make sure that it's concrete? Because we live one life, we get to make a difference one time. And the question is, how big of a difference we want to make. And if your glass is not full, is not overflowing, how are you going to make a difference? Is the question. If you don't understand everything that happens, and why it happens, how would you make a difference in your client's life? And if the answer to that is you can't, then it's time for us to come together as a community, between the holistic and the wellness community and a practical community. I invite you to financialchakras.com. I invite you to my website. Come on down to my website, go to my website, and you know, come on out to our networking. Come on, make some comments, and whatever you like to learn. I would like to invite you to go here at the bottom and share, comment, follow, like, do all that, and I will do the same thing for you, because it's time for us to come together and take the movement into next direction. I would love to know what type of topics you want to learn about that's related to chakras, or meditation, or pretty much anything, because my book is soon coming out. I'm very excited about that, Financial Chakras. And I would love for you to get your copy, right? For sure. So, what I would like you to do is go here at the bottom, and please tell me, what do you want to learn? What other topics you want me to discuss? And I'll be happy to discuss that in future videos, and show you how everything is related. Okay. So with that in mind, I want to say thank you so much for being here today. I'm here a little bit longer than I normally am, so I want to say thank you for putting up with me for a little bit longer, and really really appreciate you, being here. And I want to tell you that I really appreciate you, and I love you, and thank you so much for everything. And go make sure you go here at the bottom, make some comments, like the post, and make sure you share it. And of course, if you can subscribe, or be part of our community, would love to have you here. Okay. Thank you. Namaste. And I'll see you tomorrow in another live. Thank you.